This is the face of sacrifice. Corporal Dagan Page of Red Oak and 12 others died in a suicide bombing in Afghanistan in August. U.S. Congresswoman Mariannette Miller Meeks, who's a Vietnam War era veteran, is now part of an effort to honor Corporal Page with the Congressional Gold Medal. It's a rare honor. Former President George Washington, Pope John Paul II, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., along with the Capitol Police officers who defended the January 6th insurrection, they're all previous honorees.
I think to acknowledge what they did, their willingness for service. We have an all-volunteer military. These are young people who were trying to assist people to get out of the airport, to get to safety, and they're doing their job. Maintaining security, assisting individuals, assisting families, and unfortunately, through this bombing, gave their lives in the last full measure of devotion. So I think to honor them with the Congressional Gold Medal is the least that we can do to recognize their service and also that of their family members who now, are missing a son or a daughter, a wife or a husband or a parent. And so I think this was a bill that was introduced on August 31st by Representative Lisa McClain from Michigan. It's a wonderful bill passed by partisan, and I'm hoping that it will come to law in the very near future. But again, I cannot tell you the measure of gratitude and appreciation I have for their service as a 24-year military veteran, what they did and how they conducted themselves in such an exemplary fashion while they were trying to assist people through the airport and through a very chaotic and inept withdrawal. I think it's important to recognize what they did and for their families to know how much we appreciated them. And despite, the incompetence of the withdrawal, I think we also need to know as a country that for 20 years, our military succeeded in keeping us safe from a 9/11 style attack. So our military was successful in keeping us safe. The changes that were made in our intelligence agencies to have less silos, that is a success, and that, that portion of the global war on terror was successful, and we won keeping the United States and our home country safe. So acknowledging their service, their heroism, I think is the least that we can do for these young men and women.
Miller Meeks says this is a reminder that unfortunately sacrifice can be part of service.
That is always in the back of your mind. I think these young people, all of them would have gone into the military at a time when we were still engaged and whether or not the president acknowledges we're engaged in the global war on terror, we're in a global war on terror until our enemies are no longer in a global war on terror against us. But so they went into, and many of them, as I talked with people at the 9/11 memorial, talked with service members, they enlisted at the time of 9/11. They went into knowing that they wanted to protect the country. They wanted to defend the country, to defend our values. And they also wanted to see that there was acknowledgement of what had happened at 9/11 and prevent that type of attack from ever happening again. So it's always in the back of your mind. I can, this is very emotional for me. And I can only imagine that as they're withdrawing from Afghanistan, they're, pulling down troops, that these young people thought very soon that they were going to go home. And that makes it even more tragic to think of what had happened and the sacrifice that had occurred on that day. And another reason why it's so very important that we acknowledge the sacrifice that they made. So it's always in the back of your mind. You always know it. But also when you're young, sometimes you think it's never going to happen to me. You think you're a little bit invincible. But as we know, things happen in life, and always be prepared and always be ready. And for us, I think it's so important that we acknowledge their service.
Up next, on the road again, if only somebody could drive.